Good morning, everyone. We are Group 6, Sinovac Group. We are going to discuss the continuation of Approaches to Curriculum Designing, Types of Curriculum Design Models. My name is Jonilyn Pijola. I'm going to discuss the continuation of Types of Curriculum Design Models, Problem-Centered Design. Problem-centered design draws on social problems, needs, interests, and abilities of the learners. Various problems are given emphasis. There are those that center on life situations, contemporary life problems, area of living, and many others. In this curriculum, content cuts across subject boundaries and must be based on the needs, concerns, and abilities of the students. This curriculum design that also uses a student approach but instruct students and figure out a way to solve it. Teachers expect students to use their real-life experiences to determine an answer. There are two examples given for problem-centered design curriculum. One is life situation design. Life situations design. What makes the design unique is that contents are organized in ways that allow students to clearly view problems areas. It uses the past and the present experiences of learners as a means to reanalyze the basic areas of living. As a starting point, the pressing immediate problems of the society and the students' existing concerns are utilized. By having students study social or life situation, they not only study ways to improve society, but also directly involved in that improvement. Learners will see direct relevance to what they are studying if the content is organized around aspects of community. Herbert Spencer's curriculum writing, his emphasis were activities that sustain life, enhance life, aid in rearing children, maintain the individual social and political relations, and enhance leisure, tasks, and feelings. The connection of subject matter to real situations increases the relevance of the curriculum. The other example of problem-centered design and approaches to curriculum design models will discuss by my group mates. Thank you.
Hi everyone, I am Benzel Ramirez Galios and my report for today is for the continuation of the topic approaches to curriculum design. Under that, there's what we call learner-centered design at sa ilalim pa nun ay yun yung report ko which is core problem design. Let's start with its definition, the definition of core design. Uh, Core design, it centers on the general education and the problems are based on the common human activities. So as we can see, it focuses on the common human activities. And the central focus of the core design includes common needs, problems, concerns of the learners. It focuses on the common needs of the and common needs and problems, concerns of the students. What are the concerns of the students? What are the problems of the students? Ano-ano yun? Yun yung ilalagay mo dun as a information is a na foundation of your design. Fonzie and Bosing presented ways on how to proceed following a core design of a curriculum as follows. So here are some ways. Ito din yung guide on how to create a core problem design. Number 1, the problem is selected either the teacher or a student. So hindi lang to siya nakafocus sa student, pati na din yun sa teacher. A group consensus is made to identify the important problems and interests of the class. Problem are selected on the basis of development criteria for selection. The problem is clearly stated and designed. Areas of the studies are decided, including dividing a class by individual or a group. Needed information is needed and discussed. Number 7, resources for obtaining information are listed and discussed. Information is obtained and organized. Information is analyzed and interpreted. Tentative conclusions are stated and tested. A report is presented on the class on an individual or a group basis. Conclusions are evaluated, and the last, new avenues of exploration toward for further problem solving are examined. So para po ma-clarify sa atin, for the clarification, and here are some example of a core problem design. Ito po siya, ganito po yung itsura niya. So that's all in my part. Kasi maikli lang yung nabigay sa aking part. So that's all. That's all for today. Thank you.
Good day, everyone. My name is Joe Mark A. Colesio. Today, I am going to discuss the continuation of our topic, which is approaches to curriculum design models. So, the previous presenters discussed about the types of curriculum design models, and we learned that curriculum design is deliberate organization of course, activities, and delivery within a classroom. We also learned that there are three models of curriculum designs. These are subject-centered, learner-centered, and problem-centered designs. The question is, how will a particular design be approached by the teacher? Doon sa mga napag-aralan at natutunan nating curriculum design, ano ba ang paraan na ginagamit ng isang guro para ma-apply ito sa isang klase? So now, after learning the curriculum based on a specific design, let us see how a teacher will approach this. We will find out the utilization of example designs. First approach is the child or learner-centered approach. This approach to curriculum design is based on the underlying philosophy that the child or the learner is the center of educational process. As teachers, in every discussion, ayaw nating hindi engage ang isang student. We do not want them to be easily distracted and show no interest in the learning. Pero ang mga ito ay kadalasang nangyayari. That is why there is a child or learner-centered approach. It means that the curriculum is constructed based on the needs, interests, purposes, and abilities of the learners. The curriculum is also built upon the learner's knowledge, skills, previous learnings, and potentials. From its design, how should a child-centered curriculum be approached? Let us consider these principles. Number 1, acknowledge and respect the fundamental rights of the child. In this principle, we place the learner in the center of learning. In this type of teaching, should put the learner's interest first. So napakahalaga nito kasi it encourages the learners to be active and responsible participant in their own learning. Number 2, make all activities revolve around the overall development of the learner. This means that the focus is on both the learners and the teacher. How learners use the skills or content, learners interact with the teacher, and vice versa. Learners work in pairs, groups, or alone depending on the task. Number 3, consider the uniqueness of every learner in multicultural classroom. It is very important for teachers to understand its students, considering their uniqueness, and every behavior can be a very big help because the goal of learner-centered approach for the students is to be focused, learn differently, and learn faster. The child-centered approach is illustrated in example below. School X is anchored on the theory of multiple intelligences in all its curricular and co-curricular activities. Every classroom provides activity centers where children can learn on their own with the different learning resource materials. Learners can just choose which learning center to engage in with different resources. This arrangement allows for the capacity of every learner to be honed. It also allows learning how to learn, hence will develop independence. The teacher acts as a guide for every learner. The learner sets the goal that can be done within the frame of time. This is the end of my topic, and the next presenters will discuss the last two types of approach. Once again, thank you and have a good day.
Good day, everyone. I am Mahalal H. Jala, and my topic for today is the approaches to curriculum design model, subject-centered approach. Subject-centered approach. This is anchored on the curriculum design which prescribe separate distinct subject for every educational level. This is said to be one of the most widely used method for organizing educational experiences. Sa pamamaraang ito, ang paksa ay nagiging batayan kung saan ang mga karanasan sa pag-aaral ay maayos at ang karunungan sa paksa ay nagiging batayan para sa paggamit ng mga layuning pang-edukasyon. Ang pinakaluma at marahil pinakamalinaw na paraan upang ayusin ang kurikulum ay sa pamamagitan ng subject-centered approach. Ang ganitong uri ng kurikulum ay naghihiwalay ng kaalaman sa iba't ibang bahagi ng nilalaman o paksa. Ang mga modernong paaralan, lalo na ang mga middle at high school, ay madalas na pinatatakbo ng ganitong klaseng paraan. Subject-centered approach consider the following principles. Number 1 is the primary focus is the subject matter. Number 2, the emphasis is on bits and pieces of information which may be detached from life. Number 3, the subject matter serves as a means of identifying problems of living. Number 4, learning means accumulation of contents or knowledge. Number 5, teacher's role is to dispense the content. This is an example of subject-centered approach. School Y aims to produce the best graduate in the school district. Every learner must excel in all academic subjects to be on top of every academic competition. The higher the level of cognitive intelligence, the better the learner. Hence, the focus of learning is mastery of the subject matter in terms of content. Every student is expected to be always on top in terms of mastery of discipline. Memorization and drills are important learning skills. The school gives emphasis to intellectual development and sets aside emotional, psychomotor, and even value development. Success means mastery of content. And that will be all for the topic for today. Thank you.
Good day everyone, this is Jehel S. Liagas and this is the last part of our topic, Problem-Centered Approach. Problem-Centered Approach. This approach is based on a design which assumes that in the process of living, children experience problems. Those problem solving enable the learners to become increasingly able to achieve complete or total development as individual. Also, CMP is a problem-centered approach, or connected mathematics project. This means that important mathematical ideas are embedded in engaging problem. Students develop understanding and skill as they explore a coherent set of problems individually, in a group, or with a class. This approach characterized by the following views and beliefs. Number 1 is the learners are capable of directing and guiding themselves in resolving problem, those developing every learners to be independent. Number 2 is the learners are prepared to assume their civic responsibilities through direct participant in different activities. Number 3 is the curriculum leads the learners in recognition of concern and problem in seeking solution. Learners are problem solvers themselves. Also, we have advantage of having a problem to solve because problem solving develops mathematical power. It gives students the tools to apply their mathematical knowledge to solve hypothetical and real-world problems. Problem solving is enjoyable. It allows students to work their own pace and make decisions about the way they explore the problem. An example of the problem-centered approach is Goal Z believes that a learners should be trained to solve real-life problems that come about because of the needs, interests, and abilities of the learners. Problems persistent in life and society that affect daily living are also considered. Most of the school activities resolve around finding solutions to problems like poverty, drug problems, climate change, natural calamities, and many more. Since the school is using a problem-based design, the same approach used. Case study, practical work are the teaching strategies that are utilized. Problem-centered approach has become popular in many schools. Problem-centered approach provides a vehicle to achieve the goals and objectives identified in the curriculum. Evidence from research and international studies suggests that our students are proficient in procedure but do not have conceptual understanding to solve the problem. And this is the end of our topic. Thank you.